Hi, this is the Variable 40-second Dynasty here back with another video. Today I am doing the question of where is Nefertiti? So, yeah, here we go. So this is the shortish history of Nefertiti. So she was born in around 1370 BC and she died in 1330 BC at around the age of 40. She was the great royal wife of Akhenaten, and she's made famous by her bust in Berlin, seen in the seen on screen at the moment. And she also had 6 daughters, and no sons identical. And she was originally intended to be buried in the royal tomb of Akhenaten in Amarna. However, she wasn't discovered there, meaning where is her mummy now? So, is it in KV62, tomb of Tutankhamun? In 2015, a scan of the tomb revealed 2 voids leading from the burial chamber. The scans revealed that the first void contains metallic content and the second one contains metallic and organic content, meaning leading many to speculate that Nefertiti's mummy was there, but organic content could have been anything. It could have been a mummy, it could have been wood, it could have been bread, whatever. We don't know. But in 2009 it was revealed that there were no chambers immediately behind the walls, but something more like a rubble with possible chambers behind, which is interesting, but it means that Tutankhamun's tomb doesn't need to be excavated any more than it has been already to get the information we need, because she might be buried elsewhere in the Valley of the Kings. So KV55, the tomb KV55 possibly contained the remains of Akhenaten, meaning that he was moved from Amarna to the Valley of the Kings. But did the same thing happen with Nefertiti? In 2019, an Italian team undertook a geophysical survey of the valley, revealing 2 voids meters away from KV62, previously mentioned. They discovered, if they date to the ancient Egyptian times, they might be undiscovered tombs. Is she here? There is a theory that they aren't actually ancient Egyptian tombs, but actually they might be more recent tombs. But we honestly have got no idea if that is the case. I suppose the only way of actually finding out whether that's the case or not is to excavate them. But that throws up many questions and things, and which I won't really go into here as something for another time. Anyway, her mummy might have already been found, and this is one of the candidates, which is identified only as the younger lady, possibly, but she's also identified as the mummy of Tutankhamun. The mummy, the mother of Tutankhamun. I beg your pardon. She was discovered in 1868 by Victor Loret in KV35, in a side chamber, from the burial chamber. She was found alongside the elder lady, who was later identified as Queen T, and a young boy who remains unidentified. More on that in the next video. Interestingly, Victor Loret thought that she was a man. This has been proven wrong, because well, I'll talk about a little bit about that later, but she was suggested to be Nefertiti in 2001 by KMT magazine, and later by Joanne Fletcher in 2003, I think. But this basically means that she isn't actually Nefertiti, because DNA tests have shown that she was the daughter of Amenhotep III and Queen T, the mother of Tutankhamun, and the full sister to Tutankhamun's father, known as KV35, possibly Akhenaten. In fact, most likely to be Akhenaten, to be honest. And basically, Nefertiti was not the sister of Akhenaten, as we've seen in from historical records. So there you go. She was not the sister of Akhenaten, and if KV-55 is Akhenaten, then this means that she isn't Nefertiti, and it's just basically become widely accepted that KV-55 is actually Akhenaten, meaning that the younger lady definitely isn't Nefertiti. Now, there have been many different mummies who have been who are candidates for Nefertiti's mummy, but this was one which I thought was particularly interesting. I have talked a little bit about this mummy before in the dilemma of Ankhesenamun, but this mummy, this is just a brief history. She was discovered in KV-21 in 1817 alongside another female mummy identified as the mother of the fetuses found in KV-62, who is possibly Ankhesenamun, but we're not quite sure. These mummies were in almost pristine condition, and they were vandalized around 1826, we think. And Dr. Zahi Hawass nominated this mummy KV-21b as the mummy of Nefertiti in his book Scanning the Pharaohs, which is an amazing book. I would suggest looking at it on Amazon and things and buying it because it is just really, really interesting. Now, this leads me on to the subjects of family tombs, because with the younger lady, she's been identified as the mother of Tutankhamun, and she was discovered lying alongside her own mother, Queen T. And this leads me to think that KV-35, that particular side chamber, was repatriated as a family tomb for those generations. And I have a theory that KV-21 is the same, is similar rather, as a family burial, meaning that Ankhesenamun might be buried there, and then her mother Nefertiti was buried alongside her. This is what I think. This is only what I think. I don't have any proof of it. It's just a theory. I'm just throwing it out there. When I did the video, The Dilemma of Ankhesenamun, I discussed 3 options for Ankhesenamun's mummy. Go and check that out if you want to see what they are. But one theory I didn't mention, which because I didn't think of it really, was that KV-21A might be Ankhesenamun, but she's an adopted daughter of Akhenaten and Nefertiti. And if this is true, if my theory is true, then this, if the theory about her being an adopted daughter and that KV-21 is a family burial is true, then this means that KV-21b is likely to be Nefertiti. But more than that, I have actually done a little bit of photoshopping. I won't show it because of copyright, but I was curious, and so I found a picture of KV-21b and the bust of Nefertiti, which we saw earlier in the video, and I sort of put one on top of the other, superimposed them, and it's almost a perfect fit, which is very interesting. But yeah, I'm not really going to say anymore because I'm starting to ramble. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like me on Facebook, and also please also like the video and subscribe for more videos. And I shall hopefully see you again next week for another video. And it's going to be an interesting one, I hope. Thank you very much.